Welcome, I'm the Factual Gamer, and these are this week's gaming news. Last Friday, June 5th, site Gamasutra broke the news that Bad Juju, Desura and Indie Royale's parent company, filed for bankruptcy. Just 2 weeks ago I had reported that several indie developers had been complaining about late payments from Desura, and although the company had presented two excuses for the delays, the CEO's hospitalization and the office relocation, it's now quite obvious that the real reason was the company's financial woes. Lisa Morrison, Bad Juju's head of developer relations, tweeted about the situation, saying that she couldn't use the company's emails as they had been locked out. The bankruptcy process is still in its early days, so it's not possible to know what exactly will come out of this entire situation. Bad Juju had acquired Desura from Linden Labs last year, and for the time being, the site and online store are still active. On June 8th, Monday, several indie developers started voicing their criticism of Steam's refund policy, claiming that it had serious negative impact on sales. Quibu, developer of Beyond Gravity, claimed the refund policy had caused a 72% refund rate after it was instated. Puppy Games, a developer of Ultratron, was wrongly reported by several news outlets as also being a critic of Steam's refunds. However, a post on its own blog 2 days ago helped shed some light on their opinion, claiming not only that the refund policy is, and I quote, a wonderful U-turn, but also about fucking time, even though they feel that the policy needs some tweaking and that indie game prices on Steam should be higher. YouTuber Total Biscuit even decided to reach out to dozens of indie developers to find out if they felt they had indeed been negatively affected by Steam's return policy, but the vast majority had felt little to no impact, and commented that the return policy was a good idea even if it needed some slight changes. Still on June 8th, gaming site IGN reported that Electronic Arts had filed a trademark for a game called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. While at first nobody knew if this was the actual official title of the new Mirror's Edge game, it was later confirmed it was, via the official Mirror's Edge Twitter account, when it posted a picture containing the definition of the word catalyst. The game's official site posted a comment from Sarah Jensen, the game's senior producer, saying that, and I quote, "Catalyst is not a sequel. It's not Mirror's Edge 2. We have landed on a vision that honors the first game, but also brings a lot of great new interesting gameplay and features to the experience of our players." This statement seems to indicate that the game is more of a reboot than a sequel. More details of the game will be shown during the Electronic Arts press conference on June 15th. The following day, June 9th, Tuesday, Wargaming, the developer and publisher of World of Tanks and World of Warplanes, announced the remake of Master of Orion, the classic PC turn-based 4X strategy game originally released in 1993 by Microprose, in which the player had to lead a race, out of 10 possible ones, to galactic domination through diplomacy, conquest, exploration and technological development. The title is being made by Argentine developer NGD Studios, creators of Adventure Time, Finn and Jake's Epic Quest for the PC. Although Wargaming is focused on free-to-play games, it was not mentioned if the new Master of Orion will be free-to-play as well, or sold at a regular price. Wargaming had bought the Master of Orion rights in July of 2013 in an Atari bankruptcy auction. There is no known release date as of yet. On the same day, June 9th, it was officially confirmed, after Amazon had accidentally leaked it, the existence of an Xbox One with a 1TB hard drive, which will already be sold in a bundle with the new Xbox One controller version, which includes a 3.5mm headphone jack and improved shoulder bumpers. The bundle also includes a download code for Halo: The Master Chief Collection and costs $399. Also, the standard 500GB model will get a permanent price cut to $349, and future shipments will also include the new controller. The new 1TB model will start shipping to retailers on June 16th. On June 10th, Wednesday, video game retailer Game in Sweden declared bankruptcy and also announced the closure of all 30 Swedish and 1 Norwegian stores. The company had announced a few weeks ago a reconstruction effort to save the business, but apparently that has failed. During the first decade of this century, the company, which was originally founded in England, grew quite a lot by buying several other retailers not only in the UK but also across Europe and even Australia. But in March of 2012, The British company went into bankruptcy and was later purchased by Op Capita. Also in 2012, all the game stores in Australia were closed, and Nordic Games purchased all of Game's Scandinavian operations, which at the time consisted of 55 stores in total. In 2013, all the game operations in Portugal were sold and rebranded to New Game, but since then almost all the stores were closed, with only 7 remaining. According to the site MCV, at the time of closure, Game Sweden employed 127 people. And yesterday, June 11th, Tuesday, Oculus held a pre-E3 event where a few new details about the Oculus Rift were announced. Although the release date is still only known as being in the first quarter of 2016 and no price was given for the consumer version, it was announced that it will be bundled with an Xbox One controller and comes with a sensor to be placed on the desktop to detect the headset's position, much like HTC's Vive laser tracking bases. Also, besides the use of the Xbox One controller, Microsoft seems to have partnered with Oculus as a response to Sony's Project Morpheus, as the Xbox One will be able to stream to the VR device, and Windows 10 will fully support it as well. On the same event, Palmer Luckey, Oculus CEO, presented the company's prototype for virtual reality input. Called Oculus Touch, it consists of 2 handheld controllers, one for each hand, which also feature the same positional tracking technology as the headset, as well as an analog stick and several buttons. The Oculus Touch can also, according to Luckey, detect finger movement and position, like for example using the finger to point at something or giving a thumbs up. For now, there is no mention of a price or release date. And those were the news. Coming up, the releases. Today, there's a single game release, LEGO Jurassic World. Next Tuesday, June 16th, there's also a single game release, Payday 2 Crimewave Edition. The following day, June 17th, Wednesday, again there's a single game release, Legends of Pixelia. And finally, on June 18th, Thursday, the releases are Streets of Fury EX, Pro Cycling Manager Season 2015 Le Tour de France, and that's all. I would like to welcome and thank all the new subscribers. We're already up to 826. Thank you very much to all of you for your support. Please do tell your friends about Factual Gamer. Let's try to reach the 1000 subscriptions by the end of June. As you all know, E3 is right around the corner and I'll probably be doing some streaming sessions during the E3 conferences, so don't forget to join me when the time comes. As always, thank you for watching. I'll be back next Friday, and that's a fact.